Hello world, it's Wednesday the 24th of January and we're looking at a forecast for the Magic Soaring from Worcester tomorrow, Thursday the 25th of January 2024. I'll start off by looking at this chart of the boundary layer winds, just because it looks quite pretty. We have a nice westerly flow through the Worcester area and no sign of the southeasterly flow that was crawling in on yesterday's forecast. But let's look a bit further. Cloud is basically blue. We don't have to worry about that. So we look at the height of the critical updraft strength and we can see in the Worcester Valley we've got some interesting lift that goes up quite high. But to the north, it's all green and slightly yellow onto the ridges, which means at least 4,000 feet in the valley and 5,000 feet on the ridges, which is great. Zooming out, that same pattern carries on up to close to Claver, but to the east, there's patches of this light blue meeting up with the contour line, so it doesn't look so good to the east. By 5 o'clock things cool off. We can see the valleys are dying. The Witzenberg and the Cederberg rather, and also the Witzenberg are still showing signs of life, but there's some blue islands on the Langeberg which is not so nice. Surface wind, we can look at the wind properly this time on the large scale. We can see to the north it's green going slightly light green, so 10 to 12 knots on the front ridge, and that wind carries all the way down quite far south. To the east of us we've got a southwesterly flow. It's not so strong, and then flowing down the Worcester Valley in the middle. By 5 o'clock that wind is still doing much the same on the front ridge. It's coming onto the Langeberg, but there's still some light patches along the Langeberg. Let's look at some soundings to get a better idea where we might set a task tomorrow. Trying to see where my soundings went. Okay, starting off for a task to the north. This is Tilbach, 2 o'clock. You can see there is an inversion in the valley. The wind is straight onto the Witzenberg, but not very strong, 10 knots. Porterville, this inversion is actually looking a little bit lower than what was in the forecast for today. Same at Clanwilliam. Hook, but the ridge is so low you probably won't notice that. Coming home, looking at Claver still, that looks a bit tricky. Coming home, Claver is actually getting better, so it's getting stronger after 2 o'clock. Hook as well, looking stronger in the late afternoon. Clanwilliam and Porterville, that's what you need to get back over the ridge back to Worcester. Tilbach, 5 o'clock, that's looking great. And Worcester. Looking to the east, Robertson, remember that area of lift in the Worcester Valley, blue lift, that's what you can see what it's doing at Robertson, about 8,000 feet. The wind is actually very westerly and it's over 10-15 knots. On to Swellendam, things are looking a little bit trickier. The wind is much lighter. We have actually a southeasterly flow indicated here at ground level, becoming a southwesterly and then a westerly higher up. It's thermic, but not all that high. So would still work at Swellendam at 2 o'clock. That's Riversdale. A similar picture although the instability is not so clear here over here. Coming home, Riversdale at 5 o'clock and Swellendam at 5 o'clock. We can see there's an indication of this sea breeze, the valley flow that kills things off. Although the wind speed has picked up a little bit, the inversion looks a little bit, it's not so strong. Back to Robertson, still looking great. Thinking about launching the grid, I'm afraid you're going to have to wait until after 11 o'clock. I think it will be another late launch again tomorrow. And if I look at the surface temperatures, the whole Worcester Valley is looking very, very hot. We're talking over 35 degrees Celsius, and also to the north into Tulbagh, Porterville, another very hot day tomorrow. Even in Cape Town, it'll be over the mid-30s. But by 2 o'clock we can see that we've got good conditions, and you should be launched and on your way. Another one to look at quickly, this isn't weather, but we are aware that there's fires burning in the, well, nominally Worcester area, but Wolseley area, but that's actually on the front ridge between Voorvlei Dam and Wolseley, in that area. This is based on satellite information that is a few hours old, so this would have been the fire that was burning this afternoon at some stage. I'm sure it's still going to be an issue tomorrow, so good luck to the firefighters. One more thing to look at is, if I can find it here, quick look at Friday. We can see we still have a westerly flow. It's still quite strong. We have a little bit of cloud out to the east and an inversion that's behaving itself. So Friday should be another task day. Please fly carefully. Remember Gavin Will's rule number 1 for mountain flying: don't hit the mountain. Enjoy yourself, have fun, and we will talk to you tomorrow evening. Thank you.